Okay, students, can you see the screen? The slides are concerned. Anyone reply yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
very good. Okay, we will understand first what is the duration of the bond and how do we calculate the duration of the bond. So, duration measures the time structure of the bond and the bond's interest rate risk. The time structure of investment in bonds is expressed in two ways. The common way to state is how many years of the investor has to wait until bond matures and the principal money is paid back. This is known as time to maturity, or we have already solved this YTM of the bond, that is year to maturity, or sometimes even we say YTM. So duration is a measure. Please understand, students, bond duration is a measure of the sensitivity of the price of a bond or other debt instrument to a change in interest rate. A bond's duration is easily confused with its term or time to maturity because they are both measured in years. So bond duration is a way of measuring how much the bond prices are likely to change if and when the interest rates moves. In more technical terms, students, bond duration is measurement of interest rate risk. Understanding bond duration can help investors determine how bonds fit in a broader portfolio. Now, duration, normally what we call in duration is defined as the weighted average of time periods to maturity, weights being present values of cash flows in each time period. So bond duration, once again I'll explain, is a way of measuring how much the bond prices are likely to change if and when the interest rates moves. It's very important, students, to understand how interest rates and bond prices are related. So we even studied in the theorems, the bond theorems are concerned. The key point to remember is that the rates and prices move in the opposite directions. Please understand this. When interest rates rise, prices of the traditional bonds fall, and sometimes it's a vice versa. So if you own a bond that is paying a 3% coupon interest, I am using the word coupon interest. In other words, the yield of the bond is 3%, and if the rates rise, that 3% yield doesn't look as attractive. So it's lost some appeal in the marketplace, correct? So duration is measured in years. So generally, please understand this in the problems what we are solving now. I'll explain you once again. Duration of a bond is always measured in terms of years. So generally, the higher the duration of a bond, I'm repeating once again, generally the higher the duration of a bond or a bond fund, meaning the longer you need to wait for the payment of coupons and return of principal. So what happens? The more its price will drop as interest rates rise. So interest rate as well as the price of the bond, they always move in the opposite direction, right? So now we'll understand how the duration affects the price of your bonds, right? So for every 1% increase or decrease in the interest rate, a bond's price will change approximately 1% in the opposite direction for every year of duration. So for example, students, if a bond has a duration of 5 years, please understand this. If a bond has a duration of 5 years, when I say duration, that means N is what I'm speaking about now. N, that is the number of years of the holding period or the year to maturity, correct? If a bond has a duration of 5 years and the interest rate increase by 1%, the bond's price will decline approximately 5%. So conversely, if a bond has a duration of 5 years and interest rates fall by 1%, the bond's price will increase approximately by 5%. I will explain you this. Please understand. If a bond has a duration of 5 years and the interest rate increase by 1%, then the bond's price will decline by approximately 5%. So conversely, if a bond has a duration of 5 years and interest rate fall by 1%, the bond's price will increase by approximately how much? 5%. So because every bond and bond fund has a duration, so those numbers can be useful tool that you and your financial professional can use to compare bonds as well as bond funds as you construct and adjust your investment portfolio. So it's also very important, students, to remember that duration is only one of the many factors. I'm repeating once again. It's very important to remember that duration is only one of many factors that could affect the price of your bond. And that's why we think it's important to work with a financial professional who can help to construct a portfolio that is built to meet your individual goals. So now, after understanding the duration of the bond, we will take the first problem on the calculation of the duration of the bond. Please see the slide over there. Problem on calculation of YTM of the bond. See, consider the following information for bond. I'm repeating once again. Consider the following information for the bond whose face value is how much? 100. The coupon interest paid on that bond is 15%. In the bracket, you can see over there annually. That means the coupon interest is paid once in a year annually. Okay. And then years to maturity is 6 years. Redemption value is 100. Current market price is 89.5. So what you are required to calculate, this is one of the important problem in the bond, students, wherein it covers all the parameters of the bond. See, first parameter is you need to calculate the YTM of the bond, then duration of the bond, then volatility of the bond. Now first let me explain you what is YTM of a bond. Already I think everybody knows it. YTM of a bond. So YTM means what? The yield to maturity. The yield to maturity or redemption yield of a bond or other fixed interest security is the internal rate of return earned by an investor who buys the bond today at the market. Right? I'll repeat once again. Yield to maturity. That means is the internal rate of return earned by an investor who buys the bond today at the market. Then the second one, what he has asked me to calculate in the problem is duration of the bond. Just now I explained you the duration of the bond and volatility of the bond. What do you mean by volatility? Something which changes rapidly, right? So for a given term to maturity and initial yield, the price volatility of a bond is greater the lower the coupon rate. So duration is measured in years and is equal to the volatility of a zero coupon bond with a term equal to the duration. So we'll solve one problem. It is very simple to understand. So first, we will understand what data they have given. All of you, please concentrate now. So they have given a bond whose face value is 100 and the coupon interest paid is 15% annually. Year to maturity is 6 years and the redemption value of the bond is 100. And they have given the price of the bond, that is current market price of the bond, that is equal to 89.5. So can anybody tell me how do we calculate the YTM of the bond? Already we have solved a problem on this. How do we calculate the YTM of the bond, students? Can anybody tell me? We have calculated the similar problem earlier. I'm not asking you how do we calculate the price of the bond, wherein coupon rate multiplied by PVIFA RN plus M multiplied by PVIF. I'm not asking you to how do we calculate the price of the bond. I'm asking you how do we calculate the YTM of the bond, that is yield to maturity of the bond. Yes, any student? Even if it is wrong, you tell me, no problem.
Sir, can I?
Anybody?
Hello? Sir.
That means you are not studying, all of you. Even if it is wrong, I want any one answer from anybody. Yes, Shruti.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Ranjit, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, how do we calculate the YTM of the bond?
Sir, by using a formula of YTM, sir, C plus M minus P divided by N divided
And why
by.
why you were quiet? Huh?
Sir, actually, Shruti was speaking, so I was quite, sir. She
Yes,
wanted
sir.
to say something, so
Oh,
I want to say, sir.
okay,
yes, sir.
okay. No problem. Shruti, your voice is not audible to me. Ranjit voice is
Sir.
clear. It's perfect. Shruti,
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
it's not audible.
I think
Okay, no
network problem,
problem.
sir.
Ranjit, kindly mute your audio. Shruti, kindly mute your audio.
okay,
We will
sir.
first solve the YTM of the bond. Yes, as Ranjit mentioned, YTM is equal to C plus M minus P divided by N whole divided by zero point 0.4 into M plus 0.6 into P. I want everybody to solve using the calculator. Kindly note, students, what they have mentioned, the coupon interest rate in the problem. They have given how much? See the problem here, 15% on what? On 100. 15% on 100 is how much? 15. Correct? Plus M. M is how much? Par value or the maturity value, that is 100, minus the current price of the bond they have given, that is 89.5, divided by how many years, students? Maturity 6. So divided by 6, whole divided by zero point 0.4 into 100 plus 0.6 into 89.5. So if you solve that in the numerator, you get the value to be equal to 16.75 divided by 93.85. I get 17%. 17 point some value I get, nearly equal to 18% I have taken. Now, very important thing is, students, I need to verify the YTM, whatever I have got, whether it is correct. So what I do is, I calculate the price of the bond. You can ask me a question, sir, already in the problem, they have given me the price of the bond to be equal to 89.5. But once again, what I do is, I use this YTM and I calculate the price of the bond, and the value should be exactly equal to 89.4 or 89.5. Then I say my YTM for the problem is whatever I have taken is correct. Okay. So what I do, I use price of the bond is equal to C multiplied by PVIFA R comma N plus M multiplied by PVIF R comma N. Now, what is the coupon interest? 15 multiplied by PVIFA R comma N. So I use 18,6. I have just now solved, right, YTM. So 18,6. It is 3.47. How do I calculate PVIFA R comma N? By using the tables. I told you already, PVIFA tables. In the examination and in the IA also, the tables will be provided to you. Okay. So I use PVIFA table for that. I calculate R, sorry, I see the value of R and N. See, when I use the table, the vertical thing is period and the horizontal is interest rate. Clear? Plus M multiplied by PVIF R comma N, which I got the value to be equal to 0.370. Now 52.47 plus 37, which is equal to how much? 89.4. See, in the problem what they have given me, current market price is 89.5, which is actually matching with the price of the bond. So I consider my YTM to be equal to 18%. Clear, students? Now, B part. First, what I have calculated, students, the YTM of the bond. Now, B part, what they have asked me to calculate, the duration of the bond. Please understand this. Please pay your attention, all of you. This is very important. So, first, duration of the bond. In the first column, how many years? 1, that is 1 to 6. Why 6 years? See, in the problem they mentioned years to maturity is 6 years, correct? So see the slide over there, year 1 to year 6. Then the second column, I'm explaining once again. The second column is concerned, those are called as cash flows, correct? So every year, what is the coupon interest I'll be getting? Can anybody tell me what is the coupon interest which is given in the problem?
15.
15, right? So first year 15 I got, second year 15 I got, Third year, 15 I got. Fourth year, 15 I got. Fifth year, 15 I got. Sixth year, along with the principal, the interest is added. Sorry, the coupon interest is added. So 115 will be the 6th year cash flow. Till here, everyone has understood. Cash flow is concerned, the second column.
Yes, sir.
Oh, perfect. Now, let me, 1 minute, students. 1 minute. Okay, so what I'm calculating now, Vishal, what I'm calculating now, duration of the bond. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now the third column is concerned, very important, all of you please understand, whatever value I got YTM, that is 18%, I need to calculate the discounting factor at 18%. Now, what is this discounting factor? I use again the table, that is PVIF table, which will be provided to you. Okay, so what I have to see for how many years? I need to go and see 18% here. See, 18%, it is mentioned 18%, discounting factor at 18%, PVIF. So page number 452, which is already there in your mail inbox, 452. So how many years I have to see the discounting factor from year 1 to year 6? That is 0.847, 0.718 for the second year, 0.609, 0.516, 0.437, and 0.370. That is from first year to 6 years. That is the discounting factor. Right? All of you? Next, what we have to do is, the next column is concerned, we have to, please understand students, we have to multiply the cash flow with the discounting factor. That is 15 multiplied by 0.847. I got 12.705. Okay, how I got that? Fourth column, I need to multiply 15, that is cash flow, multiplied by discounting factor. For the year 2, what I do? I multiply 15 with 0.718. I get 10.77. Similarly, for year 3, 15 multiplied by 0.609. That is 9.135. Similarly, for year 4, 15 multiplied by 0.516. I get 7.74. Similarly, for year 5, 15 multiplied by 0.437, I get 6.55. Right? So when I add all this, please understand, I should get the price of the bond. Then I can understand that in the problem what I'm solving, I'm in the right direction. I'm in the right direction. Okay? So it is something like I'm verifying my, the price of the bond. So if I add this particular column, that is fourth column, I should get exactly the price of the bond, that is 89.45. Then fifth column is concerned, that is the discounted cash flow. What I'll do, please note students, 12.705 divided by 89.45, I get 0.142. I'm repeating once again how I'm getting the fifth column. 12.705 divided by 89.45, I get 0.142. Similarly, 10.77 divided by 89.45, I get 0.12. Similarly, 9.135 divided by 89.45, I get 0.102. Similarly, 7.74 divided by 89.45, I get 0.086. Similarly, 6.55 divided by 89.45, I get 0.073. And last, that is sixth year, 42.55 divided by 89.45, I get 0.475. Okay? And students, if I add all this, I should get the value exactly equal to 1 or 0.98, that is nearly equal to 1. Okay? So 0.98 or nearly equal to 1, I have written over there. That is my fifth column. Now, sixth column is concerned, that is, this is very important column. So this column, if I sum it, I get the duration of the bond. So how do I get the value of this column? It is very simple, students. So what I do for the year 1, you can see over there, please concentrate. For the year 1, I multiply that with the fifth column, 0.142 multiplied by 1, 0.142 or 0.14. Similarly, for year 2, 0.12 multiplied by 2. Similarly, for year 3, 0.102 multiplied by 3. Similarly, for year 4, 0.086 multiplied by 4. Similarly, for year 5, 0.073 multiplied by 5. Similarly, for year 6, 0.475. 0.475, 1 minute, 0.475 multiplied by 6. I get 2.82. So if I add the last column, if I summate the last column, the value what I get is in years. That is my duration of the bond. That is the duration of the bond. Let me explain this problem once again, so that next problem is concerned, I want everybody to solve, okay? Let me go for the C component, and then I'll explain you this problem. So last component, what they have asked me in the question, students, we need to calculate even the volatility of the bond. Okay, A part we have calculated YTM of the bond, B part we have calculated the duration of the bond, and C part is concerned volatility of the bond, also called as modified duration of the bond. So how do we calculate that? That is volatility of the bond is concerned. It is very simple. See the formula over there, duration of the bond divided by 1 plus YTM at the discounting factor. Right? I'm repeating once again. How do we calculate the volatility of the bond or modified duration of the bond? Which is equal to duration of the bond divided by 1 plus YTM at the rate of discounting factor. So what is the duration of the bond? Just now we have calculated. See here, see my cursor. Duration, just now we have calculated, that is 4.17 divided by 1 plus YTM at discounting factor. That is, what is 1 plus YTM? 1 plus 0.18, that is 1.18, right? Because discounting factor is how much in the problem? 18%. That is YTM, what I'm telling you, 18%, okay? Which is equal to 3.53. Right? So this problem is very important, wherein they'll ask you to calculate YTM of the bond, then they'll ask you to calculate the duration of the bond, then they'll ask you to calculate the volatility or the modified duration of the bond. So, you can write a small conclusion over there. If the yield of the bond increases by 1%, then the price of the bond decreases by how much? 3.53% and vice versa. Just now I explained to you, right? If the bond yield increases by 1%, then the price of the bond decreases by 3.53% and vice versa. So I'll explain you this problem once again. 5 minutes I'll take. Then the next problem is concerned. I want everybody, I'll be asking you the question, right? So please concentrate here, students. I will explain you this problem once again. So what they have given me here, they have given me a bond whose face value is 100 and the coupon interest is 15%, which is paid annually. And years to maturity is 6 years. That is, the number of years is 6 years. Then the redemption value is 100. What do you mean by redemption value, students? So suppose, I'll explain you now. Suppose if I invest 10,000 rupee in a mutual fund, after 1 year, I redeem that. Means what? I redeem that. That means I sell that, right? I sell that. So whatever value I'll be getting, that is my redemption. Right? I invest today 10,000 rupee. After 1 year, 1 minute, students.
Sir, please can you repeat it?
So please understand that today I invest 10,000 rupee and after 1 year I redeem. So what is my redemption means what? I am selling that, right? So redemption value is 100 because the principal remains the same, because every year I am getting the coupon interest of 15 in this problem. So current market price is 89.5, right? So what I'm supposed to calculate here, YTM of the bond. Then B part is duration of the bond. Then C part is volatility of the bond. Now first thing, how do we calculate YTM of the bond? First, in the problem, we have to use the formula that is C plus M minus P divided by N whole divided by 0.4 into M plus 0.6 into P. So they have given all the parameters. So what is the coupon interest they have given? 15 plus 100 minus 89.5 divided by 6 whole divided by 0.4 into 100 plus 0.6 into 89.5. I get the YTM of the bond to be equal to 17% or nearly equal to 18%. See, students, you can ask me a question, sir, if I get exactly 16% or 17%, what I have to do? You need to once verify applying that value to the price of the bond. The price of the bond should be equal to 89.4 or 89.5. Then only you can consider that to be the YTM of the bond. Okay, please understand that. So in this problem, so price of the bond, I applied 18%, I got the value to be equal to 89.4. So I consider YTM to be equal to 18%. Please understand this. Next, B part, that is duration of the bond. So first column is what? Year, that is from 1 to 6. Then cash flow is concerned, everybody should understand this. That is, every year they are paying a coupon interest value of 15%. That is, for 100, it is how much? 15 rupee. So for 5 years, 15 rupee. The last year is concerned, principal plus interest, that is 115. Then discounting factor at 18%. I already told you, all of you should see the table. Right? That is from year 1 to year 6 at 18%. Correct? The third column. Then how do we get the fourth column over there? Cash flow multiplied by third column. That is 15 multiplied by 0.847, I get 12.705. Then 15 multiplied by 0.718, I get 10.77. So like that, I multiply 115 multiplied by 0.370, I get 42.55. If I add it, I should get the price of the bond. Please understand this, students. Okay. Then after that, how do I get the fifth column? I divide 12.705 divided by the price of the bond, that is 89.45. Then 10.77 divided by 89.45. Then 9.135 divided by 89.45. 7.74 divided by 89.45. Okay. Then how do I get the last column, students? So what I do is, for the first year, 1 multiplied by fifth column, that is 0.142, I get 0.14. Second year, that is 2 multiplied by 0.12, I get 0.24. Similarly, 3 multiplied by 0.102, I get 0.30. So 4 multiplied by 0.086, I get 0.32. Then 5 multiplied by 0.073, I get 0.35. Then 6 multiplied by 0.475, I get 2.82. The last column, students, if you sum it, the value should be equal to the duration of the bond, that is 4.17 in this particular problem. So what I say, the duration of the bond is 4.17. The problem doesn't end here. They've asked me one more part. What is that? Calculate the volatility of the bond or modified duration of the bond. So how do we calculate the volatility of the bond? By using this particular formula, that is duration of the bond divided by 1 plus YTM at the discounting factor. So what is duration of the bond in the problem? What we have calculated, 4.17 divided by 1.18, which is equal to 3.53. So that is volatility of my bond or the modified duration of the bond, that is 3.53. So if the yield of the bond increases by 1%, then the price of the bond decreases by how much? 3.53% and vice versa. So that is what we have to understand from the values what we have solved just now. So till here, everyone has understood the problem. Students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Students, everyone has understood. Any problem, please stop and ask me. Because the next
Yes,
two
sir.
problems, I want everyone to solve now. Steven?
Yes, sir.
Steven?
Yes, sir.
It's not audible, man. It's
Hello.
not audible, Steven. Okay. Anusha, Onkari, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, shall we go to the next problem? The similar type, one more problem shall we solve to understand better?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm doing some small warm-up exercise for the next problem. All of you, I want you hold your calculators in your hand. We'll solve the next problem. Fine. Okay, I want everybody to tell me the value now. The second problem on YTM calculation. Consider two bonds P and Q. So what they have given me? Consider two bonds P and Q. So for bond P, they have given me the face value. For bond Q, they have given me the face value. Coupon rate for bond P is 16% and for bond Q is 12%. The number of the N value for bond P is 8 and the N value for bond Q is 5. Then the redemption value is 1000 and 1000 for both the bonds. And the current market price, that is CMP for bond P, is 918.5. And similarly for bond Q is 760. I want everybody to solve and tell me the value of first you take bond P, students. Tell me the value of YTM. Then I'll go step by step. All of you first tell me the value, that is YTM for bond P. Don't go for bond Q. Only for bond P you tell me YTM. What value you have got. I request everybody to solve. Simply do not see the slide over there. How do we calculate the YTM? C plus M minus P divided by N, whole divided by 0.4 M plus 0.6 P. Use the formula. Use this formula, all of you. See the slide over there? C plus M minus P divided by N divided by whole divided by 0.4 M plus 0.6 P. Use this and calculate only the YTM of bond P and tell me the value. Anybody?
$2.75, sir.
2.75. We will wait. Let others also solve. I want 2. Who is this?
Sir, it's Kedar.
Kedar. Very good. Okay. Any student? Supriya? Any other value you got? Vishal?
2.7.
Huh? 2 point?
2.777.
You both are wrong.
So 0.17.
0.027.
Array, how come so much difference? Huh?
Sir,
See.
0.027.
No. See the YTM of there. See what they have given. 16%, right? Coupon rate on 1000. It is how much? 160. Plus M is how much? 1000 minus 918.5 in the problem. Divided by how many years? 8. Whole divided by 0.4 into. See, all of you, you are getting multiple answers. Please see the solution over there. Check where you went wrong.
0.178.
Huh?
0.178 into 117.8%.
Fantastic. That is correct answer. That is correct. All of you just now, Kedar, please check your answer where you went wrong. Okay, all are trying. That's good actually, but the answer should be correct. I think 0.1789 should be there. Multiplied by 100, you get 17.89. That is not P actually. That is YTM of the bond, nearly equal to 18. I have taken. See where you have went wrong. Those who have solved. Similarly, those who have solved for P, you can solve for Q also. And please
Sir,
check the
coupon
value.
rate is 16%.
Huh?
Sir, the coupon rate is 16%, no?
Yeah. Correct. You mean to say for bond Q? For bond Q it is 12%. See the problem here?
No, sir. Bond P, sir.
Bond P is
16%,
16%. 1/6. So on 1000, 16% is how much? 160, right? The
Yes,
coupon
yes.
interest paid is 160. I think there only you people have made a mistake. So 160 plus M is 1000 minus 918.5, what they have given in the problem, divided by 8. Whole divided by 0.4 into 1000 plus 0.6 into 918.5. So the YTM, it is not P, actually it is YTM, which is equal to 17.89, nearly equal to 18 I have taken. Similarly, solve for Q, the YTM is concerned, and check whether you are getting the same answer.
So 0.2022.
Which one for bond Q?
Yes, yes, sir.
No, 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 no. Check there. Please see the answer over there.
Sir, 0.1958.
Ah, perfect. 0.1958, right? So multiplied by 100, Vishal.
Yes, sir. 20. 19.58
20, sir.
is around to 20.
Perfect. Kedar, once you check, I think somewhere you are going wrong. Solve step by step slowly, students.
Excuse me, sir.
We will go very slow, solve step by step. Those who have solved the YTM of bond P and Q, first all of you solve the duration of bond P. Slowly, step by step, use the table. First, all of you, what you have to do, you have to first verify the discounting factor 18%. Just a small hint, all of you see here, see the slide. Duration of bond P. In the similar way, solve it and tell me the duration. Okay. Those who have not yet solved the YTM, you can see the slide over there. Please check where you have went wrong. Those who have already solved the YTM, you can tell me by calculating the duration of the bond of P and Q. So consider the discounting factor as 18% and 20% for bond P as well as for bond Q. Till here, everyone has solved? Kedar?
Yes, sir.
So if anyone is getting wrong answer, please let me know. I will explain you once again.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Others keep solving. Don't see the slide. Pooja has replied in the chat box. Yes, coupon rate is 16%. Yeah, it is 160 for 1000. Correct. Perfect. Any student who has solved the duration? Yashaswini Raichur, Divya Patil, you are getting the value?
Yes, sir, solving.
Okay, solve. Slowly you solve. Okay. Kavita, you are solving? Kumar, Mr. Kumar Udgaddi,
Yes, sir.
you
Solving,
are getting the
sir.
value, Kumar?
Yes, sir.
It's not audible.
Yes, sir,
Prashant
solving.
Bellatti, Pratik, good morning, Pratik Kalmani. Pratik, Uma, Batula, good morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're solving?
Yes, sir, I'm solving.
I think some of the students, it's not audible actually.
Yes, sir.
Ashwini Metgood, good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Daya Motor, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, it was audible. Perfect. Deepika, you are solving? Deepika?
Yes, sir. Solving, sir.
Okay, okay. Divya Patil?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Solving,
Solve,
sir.
ma. Solve. Okay. Good. All of them are solving. That's great. Okay. Now in this problem, they have given me two bonds, bond P and bond Q. First, I'm calculating the YTM of the bond. That is of P, I got 18 factor. And the YTM of Q is how much? 20%. Now what I've asked you to calculate, all of you, is duration of bond P. Yeah, anybody? Duration? Everyone should solve. Simply do not see the slide, students. Make the practice. Even if it is wrong answer, no problem. You will not repeat that mistake once again. So I am asking you to solve. Okay. Those who have solving, just check your answers, students. See, the cash flow is concerned, the second column, from 1 to 7, it is 160. And 8th year is concerned, it is 160. That is the coupon interest plus the principal, that is 1000. So it is 1160. And I think the third column is concerned. Some of you have stuck over there because I think some of them do not have the table. Please see the value over there. So what I have to see once again, 18%, year 1 to 8. That is 0.847, 0.718, 0.609, 0.516, 0.437, 0.370, 0.314, 0.266. Remember, students, the tables will be provided to all of you in the examination. Okay, nothing to worry. Then how do I get the value of the fourth column?
Second column into third column.
There in the problem, in the solution. Vishal.
Second column into third column is equal to fourth column, sir.
Okay, perfect. That is, tell me 160 multiplied by, see the
0.609.
0.847.
160. Yes, sir.
So I get 135.52.
That is 135.52.
Perfect,
Yes, sir.
perfect. Okay, keep on solving then. Vinit was, how do I get the values in the fifth column? Mr. Vinit, how do I obtain the values in the fifth column? It's not audible. Any volunteers?
Sir, can I?
Sir, fourth column divided by price of the bond, sir. Equals
Tell
to
me
fifth
with the
column.
justification here. How do I get 0.147?
Sir, fourth column divided by the price of the bond, sir.
That's what I'm asking you, Ma. How do I obtain 0.147? Tell me the value.
Sir,
What I to how I need what
Sir.
I need to divide?
sir 135.52 divided by 918.6 0.32. We'll get
Perfect.
0.147. sir.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you, sir.
Kindly mute your audio. Start solving. So all of you, though I have got the value duration to be equal to 4.90, just check once. Any volunteers? How do I get the sixth column value? How do I get 0.25
So-
over there? Yeah.
0.125.
Huh.
So 160 into 0.147 will get 0.147, sir.
No.
Sir, year column
Sorry,
no.
sir.
into
So
Can I-
one
sir, year column
year,
into 4 columns.
Sir.
year column into four
fifth
column, sorry.
column into
Yes,
one
year
first column.
column. That is the
Into
first
fifth
column
column.
multiplied by fifth column.
Fifth column.
Fifth column, yes, sir.
Correct, no? See, for the first year, 1 multiplied by 0.147. For the second year, 2 multiplied by 0.125. For the third column, 3 multiplied by 0.106. The fourth column, for the fourth row, 4 multiplied by 0.089. 5 multiplied by 0.076. 6 multiplied by 0.064. 7 multiplied by 0.054. 8 multiplied by 0.336. I obtain the values in the sixth column. So if I summate, if I add, that is 0.147. Yes, please tell me.
Sir, the duration I got is 4.91, sir.
Yeah, it is absolutely correct.
Yes,
You
sir.
can see the value. Perfect. If you have got, then please go for modified duration or volatility of the bond. Calculate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Others, you are getting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Go for the C part in the problem.
Yes,
All
sir.
of you. This problem, if you practice it, you can solve it in 2 to 3 minutes. If you practice it, remember. Otherwise, it will be lengthy because since you are solving for the first time, I'm giving you enough time. Okay. Students, please see there. 4.9 and volatility of the bond P is how much? Duration of the bond, which is equal to 4.9 divided by 1 plus 18%. So what is volatility of the bond? That is modified duration or volatility of the bond. 4.9 divided by 1.18. That is 4.15. All of you have got 4.15. C part. I'm explaining you volatility of the bond. Okay. All of you have got 4.15.
Yes, sir.
4.15.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
The problem doesn't end here, students. You need to calculate what? Still, you have to calculate what? The duration of bond Q.
Bond Q, sir.
The duration of bond Q, which I have not solved here. I want everyone to solve and send me the mail. Take a pic of that and send me the mail. That is a small assignment. In next 10 minutes, I want all of you to calculate B part and C part of bond Q. Right? B part and C part of bond Q, and either mail me or send me a WhatsApp as on yesterday. Let me see who will send first. So first, what you have to do? First, you have to duration of bond Q, then year 1, 2. How many years they have given? Don't get confused. See the how many years they have given? N is equal to 5. See there in bond Q. Then coupon interest is how much? 120, 120, 120, 120. Last row is how much? 1,120. Okay. So will you all solve now? Are you solving?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's already 11:06. I'll end the session today. I want all of you to solve and send me the value. Even if it is wrong, nothing to worry. The correct answer is concerned, I'll be putting in the group, official group. Okay. So thank you so much, all of you, for your patience listening. If you have any doubts, please directly call me. Okay. Kindly start solving. Okay, students, I'll exit from the group. Take care, all of you.